do. I'm a boss, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a hustler. I do things that other people don't do. So what I want to talk about today is actually transfer by association. In other words, what we call it is guilty by association, or people say things like birds of a feather flock together. And we've always kind of used it in a negative term, but I want you to start to really think about how powerful it is and how you can use it to your advantage. So when you say transfer by association, this means that when you're hanging with a certain group of people or you're running with a certain group of people, people are going to begin to identify you with that group, okay? So, you know, the bad kids hung out at school together, the good kids hung out at school together, the church kids hung out together. You get my point. So as we get older as adults, something that we should really begin to think about is how powerful that can be and how much of a big part that can play in our life. Transfer by association. Based on who I see you with, based on who I see you hanging out with, will determine what I think about you. And you know, I really thought about that because I went to a Jackson 5 concert, right? Don't ask me why I was at the Jackson 5 concert. It was at the BET Awards. And everybody knows the Jackson 5, but we really know Michael Jackson, right? I mean, we know the Jacksons too, but when they were there, you would have thought that Michael Jackson was there, like when they put him on the screen and everything. And you know, I was thinking to myself, okay, Michael isn't here. Like, why are people crying and going crazy? Well, because they hung out with, and I'm not taking anything away from the Jackson 5. However, because Michael Jackson was the greatest pop star to ever do it, because they were always with him, who he was transferred over on them, or his identity became their identity. When somebody couldn't get to Michael Jackson, they wanted to get to the Jackson 5. When Michael Jackson passed away, you couldn't get him, you wanted the Jackson 5 because you know that they have touched Michael Jackson before. And because they have, you feel like that's the closest that you can get to him. Not only that, but the Jackson 5 could use Michael Jackson to their advantage because they were able and blessed enough to run with a guy like that. I'm sure they get plenty of offers and interviews because they hung out with someone who was all of that. So my question to you is, who's in your circle? Who are you running with? Who in your crew is all of that, where if their energy or their vibes or their success or their accomplishments were to be transferred over to you, you wouldn't mind it? Have you gone out of your way to go to different events, conferences? You know, are you watching things where if you were in that environment, it would be worthwhile for you to get that transfer energy on you? See, a lot of times people think like millionaires and stuff, like it just happened. That's not true. When people become successful, they purposely put themselves in environments where the success can come to them. They purposely put themselves in environments where the energy, okay, that's needed in order to excel on a level like that, they're around it. So do you go to conferences? Do you have any friends that are all of that? Do you have any people in your circle that you would love to be, you know, if your shoulders brushed against theirs and that if it was like almost like some dust that you could see that was on you? Or do you hang out in dry places? Dry places don't do anything but breed dryness. Places that are alive, people that are alive bring life, okay? So I want you to start to pay attention to who you're hanging out with, what you're hanging out with. You know, get some type of transfer by association on you. If I'm hanging out at the Potter House all the time, and Bishop Jakes is known for being one of the best preachers, and I decide that I want to be a preacher, then I hope that transfer by being associated with T.D. Jakes benefits me, and it will. What my mom used to always tell me, spirits are not taught, they're caught. Meaning like when you're in an environment, whatever is in that environment is going to come on you. If you're hanging out with some people who do drugs, you're probably going to start doing drugs. No human is strong enough to fight that peer pressure. So why not hang out in environments where the peer pressure is pushing you to success?